Good evening all, and welcome to another live chat. It's been a while. Let me just get rid of some of this lighting. That's better. Right, so I don't know whether anyone will be online tonight, but just thought I'd just fill you in on what's been happening. I've been busy looking after my mum, and I've been getting a bit fed up at times, and when that happens, I kind of put myself, I take myself away from everyone as much as possible, because I know it just depresses everyone. So, and what I've been doing is concentrating a bit onto my crafts and thinking about the gardening, because it's spring is fast approaching, and I actually did find a few seeds. Unfortunately, they'd been left in the polytunnel. So, and that last year was a hot summer. So, whether they are, how many of them will germinate is anyone's guess. I'm going to aim for maybe 20% of what I sow of those might, if I'm lucky, be okay, because it was really was extreme heat last year. So that's one thing I'll be hopefully doing at home. Money's been really tight at the moment, and the council have now want us to pay so much, which we haven't got. So I've queried that. I'm just waiting for the outcome. So that's been... Oh, hi. So that's been causing problems. But yeah, I think I doubt if I'm going to get to the allotment again this year. I really doubt it. I was going to be relying on my sister and brother-in-law, but my brother-in-law has got a few things wrong with him medically. So I don't know how that's going to pan out, whether he's going to have the time. He's got lots of appointments and things, so I guess we'll just have to see. The allotment, I've left that in the hands of Alison, because she wanted to take charge of that, so I don't know what's happening. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I'll try and catch hold of her online sometime. So, oh, hi Sylvia. Hi Biblical. I've just been saying to everyone, I've been fed up, and I don't like to put that on to everyone. I just lock myself away and try and keep myself busy with me crafts, and also mum, I've had to, there's been a lot of things going on with my mum, so infections and burnt toes and what have you, so lots of visits from the medical field, and yeah, social services and what have you. Yeah, so on the craft side, this is one of the things what I've been working on. Screen printing onto this Miri board. And then today I've been doing a lot of stuff on my patterns side, and here's my first proper stencil for my work, my own designs. Yes, Sylvia, my hair, I've let it grow a bit longer. Oh, that's great to hear, Sylvia, that you've been painting. I haven't got back into my painting or my drawing that yet, but maybe at some time. But the crafting's been keeping me sane, and yeah, keeping me around. Yeah. So, what have you all been up to? Oh, I should say I've done quite a few greeting cards. Don't know. Yeah, all those full of greeting cards. What I've done. Also, you can't see them from where you are, but over there's a load there waiting for envelopes and cello bags, which I can't afford at the moment. Biblical. I don't think I have seen it. I'll have to check. I've got to be honest. I've not looked for the last week or two. It may possibly have gone into the spam folder, not the spam folder, to be checked. But I'll go into that. Have a look. Well, I guess if I can put some on the windowsill in the conservatory without a lady knocking them down, I'll have to have a look at the flower seeds, see what I can get started on. I know March is a really busy month for me with all the flowers. Now I'm just going to make you aware that the carers are here at the moment, so I might get called away, but I'll be back. Don't think I've shown you these. These are some of the cards what I've been working on. Oh, okay. Bye. See ya. I won't bore you. There's literally 200 to 300 what I've done. I didn't really expect to see anyone online tonight. I didn't know whether you'd, get a notification in time. Paula's okay. I spoke to her this afternoon on the phone, and she was going to remind me about tonight's chat, but she never did. So I've reminded myself, and I don't know where she is. Oh, hi, Pat. Yeah, nice to see you as well. I've just shown a few people some of the cards what I've made, and some of the screen prints what I've been working on. And also stencils what I've been making for my own artwork. No, I've not bought any potatoes, biblical. Got nowhere really to grow them in the garden, so no, I won't be bothering. Right, biblical. In the back garden, the only things what are trying to come out are the crocuses. I have got daffodils popping up, but they're going to be another few weeks before they come out. So not particularly early this year. Well, not like previous years because it's been a bit colder. Don't think so, Sylvia. I was planning, but things have changed again. I raised Dorset allotment. No, my brother-in-law hasn't been well, and he's just had some scans and what have you, and they found one or two things wrong, and so we're not sure how that's going to play out, but probably won't be able to get the babysitting like I was hoping. My bulbs are later this year than the last 8 or 9 years. I have in the past had the first daffodil out in December. So I'm not sure how things are going to pan out on the gardening and that side. Lady's been busy digging, and she's dug up a lot of my beds. So in an ideal world, I'd get some more fencing, and I'd put another fence around all the beds, 4 foot high, and redesign the garden a bit so the flowers and that would be more easier to see, but unfortunately I haven't got the money, so I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'll have to figure something out. Let me just go and see my mum. She's shouting. one thing what I was thinking about, what I might do, because it would be longer nights at the end of this month, and I'm thinking that maybe I can do the gardening first thing in the morning, because I always get up early anyway, say 5 o'clock or something, for a couple of hours, and again in the evening when Mum goes to bed, especially if she's gone to bed early, and sometimes it's a tea time call, and that would give me the time to keep on top of the garden and get it looking nice. Back in a second. Right, let's just have a look. Oh, my seat's going down. It doesn't hold its height anymore. Right, so yeah, I was saying that 2 hours in the morning and some time in the evening, I might be able to use in the garden. I think that because the way I look at it, if I wasn't, I'd be in bed, and Mum wouldn't. So if I leave Mum in bed, well, she has to leave it until the carers come at 8 anyway. So it just means that I can, as long as she doesn't see me, then she'll think I'm still asleep. Yeah, so that's something to hang on to. I'm hoping that we'll at least get some of the bulbs will come through, because as I say, ladies dug up quite a few of the beds. But even so, I have noticed bulbs appearing. So hopefully it won't be all a loss. Never mind. I must admit, I am getting that that bit of spring excitement, you know, when you want to sow seeds. And the big mistake I did last year was not getting those little plug plants what I've had for the last 10 years or whatever. And for the bedding plants, because I grow my own stuff as well, but they just top it up, and I have so much. You get so much for your money locally that you can get a nice display. But it's I don't know. I don't know what the price is this year. I didn't look last year. I guess they've gone up quite a bit. So what did I? I'm trying to think what I used to have. I used to buy about 800, I think, different ones. I've not started sowing yet either, Pat. So don't worry about that. You don't. If it flower-wise and that, you could leave it till March, even April. But the one thing what I think I'm going to get started soon inside in the conservatory is some dahlias from seed. Because I think last year I started a bit too late and I didn't get the plants flowering right for it until about end of October, I think it was. So I'm going to do that different this year. Right. When I had access to the conservatory, when my bed and that wasn't in there, I did do a lot of sowing one year, started in January. That was when I was doing, what was I doing? Oh, slipped my mind. It'll come to me in a minute. And then but it was a big mistake with tomato plants because they went too leggy. So yeah, too early. So last year, no, not last year because I didn't do any. The year before that, I left it a bit longer. I think the important thing this time of the year is to, because time can fly by, and just to remember that maybe the first week in March, start thinking about sowing some, but making sure that they have got protection from the cold. Because ideally they need around 18 to 25 degrees to germinate. And if you're thinking about beans, as in French bean, French dwarf, French or dwarf beans or whatever. In this area, I wouldn't even sow them until end of May, purely because I lost hundreds of plants in the tunnels from frost. So, and that was kind of, it was in May, I can't remember when, but so yeah, I won't do it until the end. I've had a few few kind of looking back in the past reminders coming up on my Facebook feed, and I was thinking, you know, what I had in previous years. Hi, Patricia. Oh, that's nice. Mine are nowhere near. Mine are probably, some of them are probably about that, showing that much out the ground. Maybe 2 inches, 50mm. If you prefer centimeters, 5cm. Talking about measurements, I was in a printing job for 15 years, doing labels, flexographic printing, and I didn't like the job. And the one thing that it did get into my brain was all about measurements, because we're always working in both metric and imperial. So there's a lot of measurements, you know, like somebody says 1¼ inch, or say 31.7mm, or say if they want 1½ inch, 38mm, or 1¾ 45, 50.8 if it's 2 inch, and you know, that was the one good thing, which comes very handy, being able to just convert without even really thinking about it. Thanks. Yeah, I do try, because I do realise that, you know, people are watching from all the way around the world, and so I've noticed on a lot of, you know, programs and some allotments, people only work in one measurement, and I don't think that's always the right thing, you know, because it just makes it easier. Unfortunately, the one thing I can't do is temperatures. I know, like the odd one, you know, for instance, 70 degrees is 20 Celsius, but I know roughly what they are, but not exact. No, I've not. I've unfortunately, Pat, no fish fingers have run out, and I think I've got about, we've got 2 freezers, and there's only about half full, one half full at the minute. Bit of a struggle with the finances at the moment. The council want to take so many hundred off us for mum's care each month, which would leave us with 20 quid to pay for food, gardening, petrol a month. Yeah, my hair, it doesn't take long to grow at all. It soon, you know, it grows in no time. I think it's all the food what I eat. Hi, Paul. I don't want to commit myself to the live chats, but hopefully, yes, there will be maybe more this week. It just depends really how I'm feeling and whether there's anything I can think about talking. It's a bit hard when I'm not doing the videos. I feel a bit awkward just sometimes trying to chat when I haven't really got anything to say. The other thing is I've been going to bed really early because I've been shattered the time my mum's she's exhausted me. Not shouting, but well, yeah, shouting for me whenever I leave the room. The weather, it's been last few nights it's been frosty. Well, it was frosty last night. I think the night before we had a bit of rain. Previous nights to that it was frosty. About minus. Did we have one night it went down to -8. Last night I think it was about -3. Right. Anyone else got anything to say? Wow, Paul, that's earlier. Saying out, Daft's only just popping through. Some of the odd one might be about 2 inches high, but that's it. Oh, nice to talk to you as well, Sylvia. Thanks for popping in. Right. It is getting harder, Patricia, especially as sometimes she won't talk. She just kind of points or grunts or whatever. So, and she can't hear very well. Still waiting for them to be shringed. Thank you, Paul. Hi, UP Gardner. Right, I'll give it another 5 minutes and then I'm going to call it a night. Oh, what time did I get up this morning? I think it was about 4:30. district nurse was meant to be doing it. They came out and it was too hard, so I put eardrops in for a good few weeks. Nobody came back. They should have done. And I've been chasing it up, and apparently they've got a shortage of trained nurses, so still waiting. Lady's crying, so I'm going to have to let her out in a minute. Right then, I'll be there in a minute, lady. Where are you? You alright? You alright? What do you want? You want to go in the garden? Yeah, I'll be there. Just give me 1 minute, lady. She's very clever. Talks to me in her language. Yeah, so I'm going to go now then, folks. Thanks for popping in. I'll try and chat to you again this week. Okay. Yeah, I'm coming. Look at her. Can you see her? Yeah, you can. She wants to go to the toilet. And I can't leave her unattended. She'll dig too many holes. Okay. Bye all. I've got to remember now how to end the thing.